On this channel, we talk about makeup, skincare, and beauty. So if that's something into... Did I really just mess up my intro? Hold on. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Oblong Polka Dots and my name is Kerr. And on this channel, we talk about makeup, skincare, and beauty. So if that's something you're into, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to use the Canyon Alter Ego palette. And this is supposed to be a dupe for one of the Natasha Denona palettes. I cannot remember which Natasha Denona palette, but I know that I own it. This palette comes with a giant mirror, and from what I understand, the quality is supposed to be comparable to Natasha Denona, so we're going to give it a go because I believe this palette was like 20 bucks versus the one from Natasha Denona that was definitely not $20. Just putting it out there. So I know my hair look crazy, y'all. It'd be like that sometimes. I'm going to just throw this on really quick. I wasn't actually expecting to do anything today, so I'm still in my jammies. I ran errands this morning and then I put my jammies back on thinking I was going to be able to relax and stuff, but my husband has a friend in town, so we're going to go meet him. As always, I'm going to begin with primer. I have a little bit left of this Fenty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I ordered another bottle during the Sephora spring sale. And yeah, if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that my spiel is I did not like this primer to begin with, and now I love it. So there you go. All right. Also, as always, my face was already clean. Already had all my actives. Everything sank in earlier. Let's adjust this mirror a little bit. And I it's the weekend, so it's loud. If you hear a bunch of noise in the background, it's probably because I'm doing laundry or the kids are making a bunch of noise. So that's where we are in life. I'm going to throw this other primer onto my lid. It's from Essence. It's Prime Like a Boss eyeshadow. This stuff is fantastic. It punches well above its weight. It totally works. It keeps your shadow from budging all day. It keeps it from creasing, and it makes it just absolutely vibrant and beautiful. And I recommend this every time I use it. Okay. When you do put it on, though, don't freak out. It is kind of an oily formula, but I promise you it will dry down to a nice tacky feel, and it's going to keep your shadow on your lids all day. All day, all day, all day. All right, so now that we're a bit primed, let's see. I don't even know what I want to use. Let's see. Let's put these colors together real quick, you guys. So the colors do have names, and I don't necessarily want anything too wild, but I'm thinking just something, you know, neutral, because it's what I always do. Because this palette is broken out into, it looks like it has 5 mattes and everything else is a shimmer. I'm gonna pick one light matte, one dark matte, and then throw a shimmer on top of it. So why don't we go with Desert Sun, which is this one right here. And then why don't we also go with Mule, which is right next to it, that one. And then for the lid, for our shimmer, why don't we do something fun for a change, a little bit brighter than usual. Let's try this one right here. It's called Cliff. So between those 3 colors, we should be able to forge a look. Since I haven't used this palette before, I'm gonna try and zhuzh it up a little bit by using this shadow stick from ColourPop. This one is called Tempt. It's a metallic shadow stick, and this is what it looks like. Ooh, I just put lotion on my hands too, you guys. I can't open this. There we go. So, you know how I use the Laura Mercier caviar sticks? This is similar. I'm just looking to put some color on my lid, mostly because I'm not familiar with this formula yet, and I really do want a look that looks nice for today, and I want to make sure that the colors do pop. So that's why we're putting that on. Okay. Oh, got it on my eyelashes. That's fine. It's not going to hurt nothing. And it actually looks kind of cool when it's on your eyelashes. So might as well do the other side. Okay, there we go. Berry golden. I do like these sticks. And if you're looking for one that's a little more affordable, the ColourPop one I think is a good way to go. When I first got these, I wasn't, oops, because of the shade that I got, I wasn't quite sure. I got the one that was like a green, but the rest of them seem to work well. Let's grab a flat brush. We're going to use this one from BH Cosmetics, and we're going to start off with that first color we talked about, Desert Sun. We're going to pop that right there on the lid. Ooh, it's much more coppery with that ColourPop stick underneath. I can tell because when I'm looking in the pan, this Desert Sun is a little more on the orange side, I think, but I do like the way it looks. And I'm just patting it. I'm not actually spreading anything out, just using a patting motion. There we go. Wow, that is vibrant. But it's a beautiful day. We have had 2 beautiful days in a row in Seattle, and it has been the longest winter. Our winter started a little bit earlier than normal. And if you've ever been to Seattle or you're from Seattle, you're going to know what I'm talking about, where we have our gray and light gray. That's our weather. That's it. Other places have 4 seasons. We have 2, gray and light gray. So typically, light gray, or as some other people call it, summer, begins somewhere at the middle to end of July. It typically rains for the 4th of July, and it's cold, and you wear a jacket. And that's what it's like to live in Seattle. Let's do the outside color, same brush. It's called Mule. And do that on the outer corner. So yeah, it's been beautiful out for the past 2 days. When I was driving my car the other day, I noticed that the temperature gauge said that it was 81. I couldn't believe it. We have not seen warm weather in so long. And it's like, what, the second to last day of April? So, you know, there we go. It's wonderful. When it is nice out here, you guys, it's so beautiful. And sometimes what happens is people get fooled. So what they'll do is they'll come out for like business or something, and they're like, wow, Seattle's really beautiful. I should move there. And you try to warn them, like, maybe you need to come during the winter or, you know, the fall, just to make sure you really do want to live here. But some people are hard-headed. So they'll move here thinking that it's going to be like that beautiful, glorious weather that they had looked at from before, and then they're completely taken off kilter. I think those 2 colors blended well together. This formula is nice, you guys. I would not say, though, that it's nicer than Natasha Denona. I don't think I would go that far, but I would say it's a really nice formula. It's blending in well together. Again, I'm just patting on the lid. So to make my lid pop with that really nice shimmery cliff color, I'm going to go ahead and use this NYX glitter primer. I really love this stuff. It works so well, and it really does make any glitter that you wear pop, and it makes it stay. So a little tiny bit of this goes a long ways. You can see that. That's probably even too much. And I'm just going to throw that on where I really want that shimmer to shim. Right there in the middle. It's a good focus point. And then we're going to do the same thing for the other eye. There we go. Ooh, look at that. It dries so quickly. I don't know if you guys can even tell on camera, but it like literally began to get tacky right away. So let's take that same brush that we were using from before. We're going to flip it over this time and use the clean side, and we're going to put that in Cliff. I throw that on the lid. So Cliff, so far, of the 2 colors I use versus Cliff, this one seems to be a lot drier. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah, this is a bit patchier than the other 2 colors. And there's fallout. So this is part of the reason too, you guys, why I really prefer to do my eyes first. Because if there's fallout, it's much easier for me to clean up. And then I don't have to get all cranky trying to do my makeup, my base all over again, because I don't have to worry about it. There we go. Wow, that is bright. I'll be wearing sunglasses today, so maybe it'll shine through a little bit. So we're just patting and pulling a little bit just to spread the color out some. A little pat and pull. Then we're going to go back in with that other color and just clean up that line a little bit. So we're going to dip it back into Mule. See if we can blend this out a little. That nice C shape. And then we're going to go into Desert Sun, that first base color, and try and soften up that line just a little bit. I don't want anything that has a really stark contrast. I want it to blend nicely. See how that looks? Let's do the same thing on this side. Nice, blendable. So it just blends right in. I don't know if that's picking up on camera, but that way when I'm turning and looking, there's not like a really harsh contrast. Which is totally a look. Like if you're going to be doing a graphic look, I think that looks fantastic, but I'm not going for graphic today. So I'm going to dip this little fluffy brush into Desert Sun and just clean up along these edges here. Just pulling that up into my crease a little bit to have a kind of a more finished look. When you have that line between the contrast between your skin and the shadow, sometimes it looks a little too stark, and I don't want the look to be harsh. I'm looking for something soft. There we go. All right, let's do the inner corner with that, let's see, with that same little stick from ColourPop, and then we'll finish up the rest of the face. So we're just going to go in like this. To this side. Okay. There we go. That's super duper bright, but it's Saturday and it's nice to have a bright look on a Saturday. What do you think? I keep doing these sunset eyes, these like sherbet eyes. I keep getting into it. I like this palette. I'm going to use it again, just FYI. I do like it. All right, let's start cleaning stuff up a little bit. Hold on. Let's get one of these little squares. I called myself trying to save some money, you guys, and got these little cotton squares from the drugstore, trying to, you know, save a little money and not buy my Shiseido ones. That was not a good idea. As soon as I use these up, I'm going right back to my Shiseidos. I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't. There's sometimes that you can cut corners on products, and there's sometimes that you cannot. Okay? Don't cut corners. Go ahead. Get your little Shiseido cotton pads. They are totally worth it. Just, you know, don't cut those corners. Hold on. This needs to be blended out a little bit more. And then also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I'm blending, I'm kind of pulling so I can get like an angle. I'm not going up and down because I like to have the color come out just a little bit, so it gives kind of an angle. It's a little more dramatic, and I like that. This side's fine. It was this side that needed a little more love. Okay. Doing a lot of talking today. I think this is cleaned up. Yeah, there wasn't very much fallout, but just note there was fallout. We're going to go in with this Lancome Tainty Doll Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. I'm still using the shade 470 because, like I said, it's only been sunny for 2 days. So we're not at the color change phase yet. We're getting nice and tan and chocolatey and beautiful and coppery. We're still at the beginning. So we're going to pop that on. If you guys don't have this concealer, you're playing yourselves. You need to get it. It's sold at Ulta. It's probably one of the best concealers I've ever used. It blends beautifully. It works well with everything that I've ever worn it with. It's divine. Um, let's let that dry a little bit. And we're going to go in with this Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. Mine is in the shade 3N54. In parenthesis is Y463. So if we're skin twins, then this is the foundation that I use. And we're going to actually go in with just one nice pump, maybe a pump and a half, pump and a quarter. You really don't need a lot. I should say I don't need a lot. Typically when I'm wearing foundation, even if it's like medium to full coverage, I don't really want to look like I'm wearing foundation. I want it to be more skin-like. So that is this. Shout out to Laces and Bows. All right, so let's see. We're gonna grab a sponge. I love working with sponges. I just actually ordered some of these sponges that when I got married, the makeup artist that did my makeup had these sponges and I love them. So I found them. They're on Amazon, but they're from AOA. So I went ahead and purchased those today and they should be delivered later this week. So you'll see them coming up in a video. They're really, really soft and I like sponges that are really soft. And they're also bright pink, which I thought was so cute because I really love pink. Okay, let's blend this in and then let's get up underneath here. You're gonna see it just ends up looking really skin-like. I don't know how else to describe it, but can you see that? And just letting the concealer sit there for just a little minute is fine because it's just kind of solidifying. Ooh, look at that. I had a bright zit on my head. You guys didn't tell me about that? You got me out here looking crazy. Can't let your girl look nuts. What did you guys do today? I went for laser hair removal. One of my appointments. That was a thing. I mean, some people say it doesn't hurt. And I will say that once you have additional appointments and the hair is not growing nearly as much, I agree that when you go, the pain does subside. However, if you're going for an initial appointment and you're just doing like the first series of treatments, just know that is no cakewalk. You want to bring your big girl attitude. You want to bring your strong girl attitude because trust and believe, you're going to feel it. All right, so let's set the under eye. We're going to go in with the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. This one is in the shade Honey. And I didn't really do this very often before, but lately, I don't know what's gotten into me. I've just been setting my under eye first by pressing it in. Even though I prefer that more skin-like look, there's something about how it sets my concealer that I seem to really be enjoying, so might as well stick with it. There we go. Then we're going to finish up with a powder for setting the rest of my face. This is my favorite powder. They don't make it anymore. I complain about it in every video. It's the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder, and this is how much I have left. So once it's gone, it's gone. That'll be a wrap, and I'll just be using one of my 4,000 other powders that I have. Boo-hoo, right? First world problems. So let's put this on just to set the face. There we go. And now that it's getting a little bit warmer out, just want to make sure that I'm really setting the face because, honey, I sweat. I do sweat. I work out every day, and every day I sweat. I drip sweat. I'm okay with it. It means my body's working. People that sweat live longer. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this eyeliner. It's from Urban Decay, and it is called Demolition. It's one of my favorite browns. I'm actually going to go ahead and sharpen this a little bit. It's getting a little dull. And then we're going to line the eyes. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, one of my favorite eyeliners. I have a bunch from NYX that I really love, but there's something about this one from Urban Decay that I always seem to go back to. So we're just going to line that top line And then we'll go into the top waterline. I do not typically line my lower line because I feel like when I do that, it ages me. Although I am toying with the idea of doing a look where I do line my lower lash line with like a bright pencil. But we're not there yet, you guys. We're just not there. I really need to feel comfortable about it. There we go. Okay. So that's the other reason why I like doing my lash line where I do the water line in the lash line is because it makes the lash line look thicker. Can you see that? I really like the way it looks, so that's why I do it that way. We're going to slap on some blush. This one has had me in a chokehold, so let's stick with it. It's from Morena Beauté, which is an Afro-Swedish brand, and it's called Sweet Brown. And it's beautiful. It's that lovely brown, terracotta, rich, works with my skin tone, works with every look. I always feel like I'm a bit heavy-handed with it, but it's my face. I'll do what I want. I do like to bring my blush right up underneath my eyes. I always feel like it gives me a more girly, sort of ethereal look. See what I mean? Let's do this side. Coming up here. This blush is so beautiful. And I'm such a hoarder that I really am wondering if I need to go back online and buy a backup because it goes with everything I wear. I don't think there's any look I've worn where I had this blush on where I thought to myself, probably should have picked a different blush. There's something about this shade that like just works so beautifully. Yes, honey. Okay, so let's go ahead and set all of this with a lovely spray. You guys know what my favorite spray is, right? It's the one from Kryolan. This one is called the Ultra Setting Spray. If you buy this, just know that it has a very strong alcohol smell. So buyer beware. If you are super sensitive to alcohol, this is not the spray for you. It just isn't. It's really, really strong. But if you can handle the smell of alcohol for a couple of seconds, it has a quick dry down because there is so much alcohol. It has a low surface density. And when I say that this makes your makeup stay on all day, it makes your makeup stay on all day. Your makeup's not going anywhere. It's not going to take a break. It's not going to migrate all over your face. It's not going to tell you it's going to be right back. It's not going to run to the corner store. It's staying. So I have several bottles of this, including the atomizer, the one that comes in the can, and I absolutely love that formula. It is perfection. For my mascara, I'm going to use the Essence I Love Extreme Crazy Mascara or Crazy Volume Mascara. This one, as I've mentioned in several videos now, I don't much care for the spoolie, but I do love the formula. So, you know, sometimes you got to take the shit with the sugar. We're going to pop this on, and I always try to do it carefully because I have poked my eye out with this spoolie one time too many. So we take our time with it. And I don't, when I'm using mascara, I don't dip it back into the tube multiple times because I feel like there's more than enough product that lands on this spoolie to be able to coat my lashes sufficiently with 2 to 3 passes. So anything past that, I really don't need to do. It's doing too much. Plus, every time you do that, you know, you're introducing bacteria and microbes into the tube. And even though it has antibacterial and antimicrobials in the formula, it's a quick way to erode the integrity of the product. And I throw out my mascaras fairly frequently, about maybe once every 1 or 2 months. So that's another reason I really fly through mascara. So typically you guys won't see me using a mascara on this channel that is like a higher end. unless I got some kind of deal on it, because I do throw them out frequently enough that I can't really afford to pop over with all the Dior's and Lancomes and all that other fun stuff very often. And then I never say it out loud, but I hope you guys notice that the technique for me in terms of putting on mascara is, if I'm doing the upper lashes, I look down into the mirror, and likewise I go opposite for when I'm doing the bottom lashes, and that just keeps me from getting mascara all over the joint. There we go. And I was thinking about, maybe I'll pop a little color. Yeah, let's pop a little bit of color underneath. Where's that palette? Let's grab that and a flat brush. Here's one. We're gonna just go back in here really quick and we're gonna just pop a little bit of color underneath. So the color I'm gonna use is that Mule, this one right here. And we're just gonna go like this, just to tie it in and make it look nice. I think that when I do this, it gives kind of a finishing touch. If I don't do it, it's fine too, but I think that it looks better. And then it kind of takes the place of me lining my lower lash line, right? Because all we're doing is pulling this color in to be able to match and just pull the lid together. Am I making sense? Am I talking crazy? Let me know. I mean, technically, I'm talking to you guys, even though I can't hear you talking back. So, you know, feel free to give me some feedback. Let me know. We're going in with that gold color too. We're just going to mirror it. That's all we're doing, is a little mirror. That cliff color, this is really nice. I do like this. Blending that right in. We're not going to take that all the way to the outer corner. That's not the point. We're just going to have the balance between the top and the bottom of my eye look. A little bit more, just a little scotch. That's better. I was gonna put on some lashes. I don't know. What do you guys think? I just feel like putting on lashes is a bit much. So, not that I don't like putting on lashes, but I feel like, you know, we're going to meet friends. They probably don't care if I have lashes. So we're gonna skip lashes for today. But if I were gonna put on lashes, I would be putting on those Ardell, I think they're the faux mink lashes, the number 817s. I love those. I have been wearing the crap out of those. They sell them at Ulta, and I think I ended up buying them just totally on a whim because it was like a sale. So glad that I did, because they are gorgeous. I love them. See, now I'm talking myself into putting on some lashes, you guys. Let me get up out of here. Let's make sure that these brows look okay. Let's not have crazy brows. Good enough, right? My brows are tattooed, so I don't need to fill them in, but I don't want them to look crazy either. I'm going to finish this look with a lip gloss. This one is from Juvia's Place. I keep reaching for it because it's over my shoulder, as if I don't have 400,000 other lipsticks and what have you over there. But this one is called Mirage, and I just think it's a nice neutral lip gloss. There we go. Ta-da! That's the look. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Okay, guys, really quick. I decided to put the lashes on. Okay,